After picking up a convincing 5-0 win on the back of Hisui and Lilligant, we're looking to continue our winning ways, but it won't be easy as we're going to be taking on Pup, the coach of the South Bend Snowflakes, for Week 5 of the BBR D-League. He's currently one of 2 coaches left in the BBR D-League who's currently undefeated at 4-0, and his team is very formidable to back up that record. Having strong Paradox Pokemon in Great Tusk and his Terra Captain in Iron Moth is no joke. On top of that, the other hard-hitting Pokemon like Sneasler and Ogerpon Hearthstone that can trailblaze and potentially sweep my team. And even Sneasler can do a bit of damage with the combination of its dual stat, plus having utility in conjunction with stuff like Pincurchin to give an electric terrain to activate not only electric seed to give it unburden, but also trigger Cork Drive on Iron Moth. And even his lower tier stuff in Basculin, Orthworm can be a huge problem for my Pokemon like Garchomp, and even Galarian Moltres is a big problem for my team, considering that my flying resist is weak to Dark and Metagross. However, the team I built for this week is pretty much focused on momentum and hitting as hard as I possibly can. So starting things off here, we have Adamant Choice Banded Palafinss. You look at Pup's team, you look back at Choice Banded Palafinss, I don't see a switch-in. His switch-in is basically being forced to Terrasilize with Iron Moth, and if it does Terrasilize, it still gets to a KO by Choice Banded Wave Crash. I have Jet Punch for a priority to pick off a weakened Iron Moth or even boost their energy speed, Great Tusk in a pinch, as well as Sneasler. Close combat, even if he does Terrasilize into a water type, easily 2 KOs Iron Moth with ease. And as my last move of resort, I'm finally bringing Flip Turn on my Palafinss for the first time all season to give me some momentum, with enough speed to outspeed Adamant Max Speed Basculin. Next up, we have Heavy Duty Boots Libero Cinderace as a means of hitting everything on his team as hard as I possibly can with the combination of Pyro Ball and U-Turn for momentum to get on out of there versus Ogerpon Hearthstone, Gunk Shot with Libero to guarantee 2 a KO Screamtail, and Zen Headbutt to KO Iron Moth prior to Terrasilizing, as well as being able to hit Great Tusk for super effective damage. Enough speed is ran here to outspeed the max speed Ogerpon Cornerstone, and the rest is put into max attack and the rest in HP. Next up, I have Assault Vest Gardevoir as a means to taking hits from Galarian Moltres, as it's a huge problem for my team, and I can always reliably deal with it via Moonblast. Side Shock lets me do more damage to Iron Moth even if it Terrasilizes, Shadow Ball gives me a means of hitting Screamtail with super effective damage, and Vacuum Wave gives me additional priority to pick off a weakened Iron Moth after it's Terrasilized, a Great Tusk, or even Ogerpon Cornerstone if it happens to get out of hand. My 248 HP EVs and an 80 defense investment lets me guarantee take a jolly headlong rush from Great Tusk after rocks, and the rest of the EVs are put in a special attack to increase Gardevoir's overall damage output. While I could have went to a speed type with Regidrago, I really don't see Regidrago coming in this matchup, but if it does come, it's best set against me, particularly against my team would potentially be Dragon Dance, as it gives it a way to not only set up, but it gives me him a way to reliably hit my Gardevoir for neutral damage via Earthquake. Next up, we have Physically Defensive Rocky Helmet Garchomp. This gives me a means of not only having a way to do damage to Great Tusk in case he wants to rapid send away my hazards, but it also gives me a means of dealing with Sneasler in a pinch. Earthquake and Fire Blast does some good damage to his team, as Fire Blast is specifically here to reliably 2 a KO Orthworm, which I can easily weaken from my Palafinss. Dragon Tail gives me a means of phasing out my opponent and dissuade setup, especially against Pokemon like Sneasler after its Unburden's activated, and if I get the opportunity to, I can get up Stealth Rock easily on his team. I'm running enough speed to guarantee outspeed and max speed, a jolly max speed Great Tusk, and everything else is put into maximizing my HP and defense investment. Next up, we have Cobra Berry Mismagius, which gives me not only an additional way of dealing with Great Tusk, as thanks to Levitate it's immune to Headlong Rush and Earthquake, and with it being a Ghost type, I'm immune to close combat, but it also gives me a means of dealing with Sneasler, as it also resists its dual stabs with no problem. As a combination of Shadow Ball and Dazzling Gleam hits the vast majority of Pup's team for neutral survival damage, Taunt dissuades setup from Pokemon like Screamtail, and my last move is Will-O-Wisp to cripple his physical attackers. I have enough speed here to guarantee outspeed Galarian Moltres to weaken it with Dazzling Gleam, and I maximize my HP and defense to better take hits from Pokemon like Great Tusk going for knockoff, or even Throat Chop from Sneasler. Lastly, this is all set up for my win condition and once again bringing Victory Dance 3 attacks Hisui and Lilligant, with Covert Cloak to guarantee avoid any nasty side effects from Sneasler going for Dire Claw, and any other side effects from my opponent's team. Close Combat plus Terra Blast Ghost hits everything for neutral to prevent the damage, and Ghost gives me another Ghost type check to block Rapid Spin from Great Tusk, and a means of resisting Sneasler's Dual Stab. My last move is Leaf Blade to guarantee deal with Great Tusk. I have enough speed to outspeed a max speed Basculin. The 204 attack investment to guarantee knockout Great Tusk, max HP Great Tusk, with Leaf Blade after a Victory Dance unless he's Rindo Berry, and the rest was put into HP for an overall bulk. So that's my team for week 5 of the BBR D-League. Be sure to check out my opponent as well as all the other codes taking part in the BBR D-League. And with that out of the way, let's head on over to the battle. Alright guys, here we are with our battle for BBR D-League Season number 3, Week 5, taking on Pup and his South Bend Snowflakes. And we do see... What the hell is this? Okay. Alright, so I know... So it's a Great Tusk, there's no Sneasler, there's no Ogerpon, and the Iron Moth is Terra Grass. Moltres, he brought the Regidrago, Basculin, and Scream Tail. Okay. So, no Sneasler. That's very interesting to note. I think if anything, so I'm gonna start off with Cinderace. I think the only reason he would bring Regidrago, and I was thinking about this when I was building this team, I think the only reason he would ever bring Regidrago is because it's Dragon Dance. Like, Dragon Dance is the only thing that makes sense, in my opinion, on the Regidrago, as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, good luck, have fun to Pup. This is a much different team than I was expecting to see. I was expecting to see Sneasler, I was expecting to see Ogerpon, but no. None of the above. Mobamba is the Iron Moth. Okay. So I got the lead right at the very least. He can't Terra right away, but I mean he could. I don't see why he would though, because I could easily Pyro Ball on the Terra. I can also U-turn on the Terra too, so I can force the issue. So yeah, I can go for Zen Headbutt immediately turn 1. He could also just hard switch directly into something. Please connect. Let's go! Down goes Iron Moth, baby! No Terra! That's what you like to see turn 1, baby. Cinderace killing the Iron Moth. Cause the thing is, if I catch him on the Terra, he would take a lot of damage from Libero boosted, what's it called? U-turn or Pyro Ball. So I really caught him in a bind there. He didn't think I would have Zen Headbutt, but unfortunately I did. So in comes the Galarian Moltres. I do have my Gardevoir, which I want to go into on this. I am Assault Vest. He probably thinks I'm choice locked. I'm not, but I don't want to reveal that I'm choiced. I can also trace Berserk from this. If he puts me below half, I get a special attack boost. So he's gonna Fiery Wrath here, and he unfortunately crits me, which sucks. That's very bad that he crit me there. No Earthworm either. Regardless, I am just gonna click Moonblast. If he Fiery Wraths again, he gives me a Berserk boost. And ideally, I don't get flinched. He's gonna switch. I'm expecting the Screamtail to want to come out here. Santa? That sounds like a Screamtail nickname. It is a Screamtail. I get special attack drop. We don't see leftovers on this. Let's just click Shadow Ball. That was an unfortunate crit there. Because now my switching to Moltres is a lot more limiting. I also need to find a way to get in Palafinss too. Because now that I took out the Iron Moth, that he doesn't have anything really to switch into Palafinss anymore. Dazzling Gleams gives me the Berserk special attack boost. Shadow Ball almost takes out Scream Tail. Oh, Spadef drop as well, which means Vacuum Wave should kill. Vacuum Wave should definitely kill. I'm at +1 attack. He's at -1 special defense. If 4 times resist, get out of here. Get out of here. That's a kill for Gardevoir. Alright, so far so good. So far so good. Moltres is still a huge problem. Especially if I do not find the opportunity to get my Palafinss online. So what he could do, Fish Fry goes into Basculin, that makes the most sense. This gives me the opportunity to go out into... I guess Garchomp would be the move here. Let's get some residual chip on this thing. I imagine he goes straight for the flip turn or something. Yep. Okay, so he takes the Rough Skin Rocky Helmet. Alright, so now I'm expecting the Tusk to want to come in now. And if he goes Tusk, I just go directly into Mismagius. Boomer sound like the Tusk. It's the Regidrago. And I don't have a Dragon move on this. Oh, I do, but it's negative priority. So let's see, what can I do here? I'm thinking of the fact that he went directly into it, so I'm thinking he's gonna Dragon Dance. That's my immediate thought process. I think he's just gonna DD. As much as I don't like this play, I think I'm gonna stay in, cause I can't go Gardevoir anymore. I'm gonna detail. He doubled. What's he doubling into? He went back into Moltres. Okay. Good chip. Okay, so he expected me to go to Gardevoir. And the Basculin comes back out. Perfect. So now he's giving me the opportunity to get on my rocks. And I can block the Rapid Spin with either my Mismagius or my Lilligant. Final Gambits. Okay. So he kills himself. So Basculin dies to Final Gambit. So the kill goes to Garchomp. Yeah, he was just trying to weaken me for Tusk. So Tusk comes out now. Do we see Booster Energy? No Booster Energy. Knockoff is relatively free here. But I do have Cobra Berry on my Mismagius, so let's just go out into it. Like, just blocking any chance to Rapid Spin is the best case scenario. Yeah, knock me off, I don't care. Like, knockoff was relatively safe anyway. Let us go for... I have two options here. I could either Wisp or I could go for Dazzling Gleam. Gleam is relatively safe just because the rest of his team is weak to Fairy. But Wisp is overall safer just because if the Moltres is not Boots, he takes Stealth Rock damage, and I think after Rocks... Oh, he just kills me outright. Alright. That's fine. So, Great Tusk, KOs, Miss Magus. Let's go into Palafinss. And we will click Flip Turn. So yeah, he's gonna withdraw. Back into Moltres. Okay, so he's not Boots. Is he Citrus? He's not Citrus. Oh, I think that's his. I think that's Gardevoir range. I want to say that's Gardevoir range. I can also just go into Cinderace. But I don't think he's Scarf. No, wait, hold on a second. No, the Tusk is Scarf. Tusk is Scarf because he outsped my Miss Magus. Okay. Okay, gotta keep that in mind. He's Scarf Tusk. Scarf Tusk, that's all I need to know. So we go into Gardevoir. And we click Vacuum Wave. Like, we literally just click Vacuum Wave. Yeah, so I gotta keep that in mind. He's Scarf Tusk. If he switches, he has to go Tusk, I believe. But I know that the Tusk is Scarf. Okay. Moltres down. Perfect. So that's 2 kills Gardevoir. So all he has left now is the Regidrago and the Great Tusk. So Tusk comes back out. And from here, I sack off Garchomp here. I sack off Garchomp. And he just headlong rushes. Yep. So defense drop. And the helmet. Alright, so now I know he's Scarf. I go Lilligant, and I Victory Dance. I don't Terra, and I Victory Dance. But I know he's Scarf. Yep. Okay, gets a +1. And then I Leaf Blade into close combating on the Regidrago. Never mind. Let's try it again, Lilligant. Thank you. Alright, Tusk is down. And all that's left is the Regidrago. So now it just comes down to hitting close combat. Terroring doesn't make sense. CC. Thank you, Urza. And that's a wrap. So, courtesy of late game Hisuian Lilligant, we are going to pick up a 4-0 win over the South Bend Snowflakes and Pup. Very interesting team, but the entire thing came together on the back of that turn 1 play with me clicking Zen Headbutt on the Iron Moth. That was probably not the way he envisioned that game starting for him, especially considering he probably didn't think I would have Zen Headbutt, but it worked out in the end. But yeah, Hisuian Lilligant picking up the last 2 kills of the game, but shoutouts to Gardevoir, man. Getting crit by that Moltres was one thing, but revenge killing the Screamtail and the Moltres and getting the Berserk special attack boost on top of that, it used Moltres' ability better than Moltres. And I think even if close combat didn't kill Regidrago, I still had Vacuum Wave Gardevoir and Jet Punch Choice Banded Palafinss in the back to wrap that game up. So yeah, we've picked up a 4-0 W. We are now 3-2 on the season. A good way to start the second half of the regular season with 3 weeks to go heading into the playoffs. But yeah, this is a good way to bounce back after that mid start to the season. GG to my opponent. Feel free to check him out. Check out all the other coaches taking part in the BBR D-League. And we'll leave it at that, guys. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the battle nonetheless. Leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're new. And until the next time, guys, this is Tone, signing out for now. Peace out.